Goku has just said his goodbyes to Bardock. He's wondering what his next move will be. Goku decided to take one of King Cold's ships out into space. He did this so Bardock and the other Saiyans could continue to train in the gravity chamber. Before he left, he told Bardock the secret to going Super Saiyan. The key to this technique is strong anger and sadness. Now don't go looking for something to make you angry. It'll all come in the right time. Goku told Bardock not to show anyone how to do this technique until he was declared king. With everything out of the way, Goku left on his journey to kill Fu. A couple days into the expedition, Fu decided to visit Goku. As Goku's eating dinner, Fu appears right in front of him. "Do you even know where you're going, Goku?" Goku looks up in confusion, wondering what Fu is doing in his ship. Goku jumps up and throws a punch at him, but Fu teleports right behind Goku, asking him to calm down. He tells Goku he just wants to help him out, and after many punches and kicks, Goku eventually settles down. Fu tells him that he can get Gohan and Roshi back. He shows Goku the planet Cereal, and furthermore says the inhabitants of the planet have a Namekian, so they're able to have Dragonball as well. Goku tells Fu that this doesn't change the facts, that he's going to kill him one day, telling him that this small gesture only prolongs his death. "Well, I tried." Fu disappears from the ship, leaving Goku to his own devices. Right now, there's only one thing on Goku's mind, and that's reviving Grandpa Gohan and Master Roshi. He places the coordinates and makes his way to planet Cereal. Some time passes, and he eventually gets to the planet. As Goku flies into the atmosphere, his ship begins to get shot by ki beams, and eventually being shot down. Goku flies out of the ship before it eventually drops and explodes. When he lands to see who's shooting at him, he sees a whole bunch of Cerealians pointing their fingers at him. An older man walks up to Goku and asks questions. What is your name? Why are you here? Are you a part of Cold's forces?" "My name is Goku. I'm here to look for these so-called Namekians. I want to wish my father back with the wish orbs. I heard they were here." Everyone lowers their guards. And to answer your last question, I actually killed King Cold. The old man runs up and hugs Goku, telling him thank you. There are tears flowing down his eyes. He goes on to tell Goku that King Cold killed his mother and took his father as one of his soldiers. Goku hugs him back, explaining that he understands the loss of that caliber. Eventually, everyone gets acquainted. A Cerealian woman named Wesley takes it upon herself to show Goku around the planet. She takes him to the homes, the arenas, the kitchens, etc. Lastly, she shows him the Namekians. Goku introduces himself to all of them and tells them his story. The Namekians understand his plea and gives him the Dragon Balls. Goku places the orbs on the ground and summons the dragon. He tells the dragon that he wants to wish Gohan and Roshi back. The dragon tells Goku that the duo do not want to be revived. They like living in Otherworld. It's quite peaceful. Goku is upset by this response but understands. His face turns serious and he asks the dragon the location of Fu. The eyes of Tarambo glow. Goku thrilled that he's going to get his wish, but Tarambo says that is beyond my power. Goku is very disappointed. Wesley grabs Goku's face and tells him to make it in his power to find Fu. Goku nods his head and realizes what to wish for. "Eternal Dragon Tarambo, I wish for you to show me how to gain power beyond my own, a power that no Saiyan has ever gained in history." Tarambo says, "Your wish is within my power." Tarambo's eyes glow, and Goku's eyes glow too. The dragon shows Goku a crumbled planet, telling him that this is where he'll find his power. Goku jumps in excitement. "Finally, I'll gain new power. I thought this was the end, and better yet, it's even power that I can have exclusively to my own. This is perfect." Goku's face suddenly turns to sadness. He realizes that his ship is destroyed beyond repair. It was shot down by the Cerealian military. Wesley tells Goku that she'll get someone to build him a new ship. It'll be the same concept as his last ship. The only difference is that it won't have the unlimited energy like King Cold's ship. And another downside is that it'll take 5 years to get it done. Goku's face brightens up and tells her that's okay, as long as he can get there in his lifetime. Wesley kisses Goku on the cheek, showing her affection for him. She decides to let Goku live with her, since he doesn't have a place to stay. It's the age 724. Eventually Goku and Wesley fall in love. A year later, age 725, they both have children, twins together to be exact. A boy named Gohan and a girl named Milia. One day, as Goku's training with his kids, a Cerealian scientist calls him up and tells him that their ship is fully built and is running beautifully. Goku explains to Wesley that his ship is finished, that he's going to be back due time. He kisses Wesley on the lips and tells his children that he'll be back, and will teach them the Kamehameha too. With Goku saying his goodbyes to everyone, he soon ventures off into space, looking for the crumbled planet that Tarambo had showed him. As Goku travels through space, he shortly realizes it will be harder than he thought. A couple of months go by and Goku still has no luck. Then suddenly something horrible happens. Goku's ship runs out of energy in the middle of nowhere. Wait, what happened? Did my ship just die? I knew this could have happened. Well, they tried their best. Eventually, Goku becomes encased in space for days, without any more food or water. He is left deprived and eventually passes out. All of a sudden, Goku's ship starts to glow, and then it starts to move as if it's being pushed by something, or someone. The ship ends up on the planet. Eventually, Goku wakes up from the pain. He notices that the ship is not moving, and looks out the window. He's on a planet, and even more so, it's crumbled. Goku jumps in excitement. He almost forgets that he's starving to death. When he walks out, he instantly gets hit with a multitude of delicious smells. Goku runs to the smell as fast as he can. He eventually ends up in front of a pot on top of a fire. As Goku goes to dig in, he is stopped by a man. You might not want to touch that. It's way too hot. Goku stops in his tracks and looks at the man. Well, can I please get a bowl? Please, I'm starving. The man feeds Goku, and he soon after regains his strength. He introduces himself to Goku, telling him that his name is Yamoshi. Yamoshi tells Goku his backstory. It goes a little something like this. Yamoshi as a child always knew there was something different about him. Everyone around him were brutes, constantly battle hungry. Even his childhood friends were the same way. Yamoshi only had one person in his life that was different than anyone else, and that was his mother. She cared and loved for him like no other. She was the kindest Saiyan in history. She raised him to be so powerful he could not be bullied by any of the Saiyan brutes. One day the Saiyan general told Yamoshi that he had to join the army. It was a rule that every Saiyan must join the army at some point in their life. When Yamoshi enlisted, he noticed strange things about his people. From his perspective as a child, it seemed like the Saiyans were expanding their land and providing more for their race. But now that he's in the army, it doesn't seem to be the case. It looked like they were killing and raiding other villages just for the fun of it. There was one rule he hated. If any Saiyan in the military did not meet their quota, they'd be killed as compensation. One day, Yamoshi was raiding a village with his mom. He got so caught up in the battle that he didn't realize he wasn't saving any enemies for his mom, and as a result of that, she was killed. This action made Yamoshi so furious that he transformed into a Super Saiyan. His power was so immense that he transformed into a Super Saiyan and a Great Ape at the same time. With the burning rage of a Great Ape and Super Saiyan combined, he killed his whole race. But it didn't stop there. Yamoshi kept going and almost destroyed his whole planet, leaving it in crumbles. Goku looks in excitement. Wow, so you must be really strong. Can we spar? Yamoshi agrees to spar with Goku. They fly up and begin their battle. Goku charges up into a Super Saiyan and throws a flurry of punches at Yamoshi. Yamoshi in base form dodges every punch that Goku throws at him. The battle lasts on for a while. Goku rarely lands punches and is getting beat up pretty bad. It is as if Yamoshi's fighting style is gentle with detrimental force. Goku charges his Super Saiyan even more. He tells Yamoshi he's only been using 50% of his power. The battle continues even further. Yamoshi is being pushed back by Goku's strength and eventually loses. Yamoshi gets up and says, "My bones aren't like how they used to be before. This is hard." Goku asks Yamoshi why didn't he just go Super Saiyan. He explains to Goku that if he went Super Saiyan, he would not be able to control that immeasurable power. Yamoshi tells Goku a story about how he was visited by creatures from a different planet. Canassians, he said. The leader had a prophecy that a Super Saiyan would be born, the savior of the multiverse. They thought it would be him, so they tried to train and control his Super Saiyan, but he ended up killing them all in an uncontrollable rage. But before the leader died, he gave Yamoshi the power of future sight and prophecy. Goku asked Yamoshi, "What's prophecy?" Yamoshi sat Goku down and placed his hand on his forehead. What he saw was a Saiyan civil war, dead Cerealians, Goku's final form, a dimensional war. Yamoshi is falling back on what he sees. He tells Goku he will train him to the best of his ability. Yamoshi first tells Goku to look at the moon. There's always a full moon in the distance. Goku transforms into a Zaru and is in full control. Yamoshi is surprised that Goku has this much control in this state. It makes training a lot more easier. Yamoshi tells Goku all he has to do is activate his Super Saiyan, but when he does, he has to regain consciousness. As Goku goes into Super Saiyan, he suddenly blacks out. He's in his head. Goku looks around and sees nothing but blackness. But suddenly he hears a voice. It's the voice of Fu. He's transported into Goku's mind. Fu shows Goku the planet Cereal and all the Cerealians massacred. Goku looks at Fu and asks him who did this atrocity. Fu shows Goku the face of Bardock. He doesn't believe his eyes. Goku gets mad at Fu and throws a punch at him. As the punch was about to connect, Goku is transported out of his mind and regains consciousness. Goku looks around. The last thing he remembers is transforming into a Great Ape Super Saiyan. But now, he's smaller. He's back to normal size. Yamoshi looks at Goku and tells him he did it. That form, that's the one he saw in his prophecies. Goku isn't smiling. He stated that he needs to get back to his planet and check on something, but his ship is broken. Yamoshi shows Goku a technique that allows him to breathe in space. After all is said and done, Goku is saying his goodbyes. He gives Yamoshi a hug. Suddenly the sky turns completely black, but then goes back to normal. When Goku looks around, Yamoshi isn't there. Goku assumes he left after the event happened. He has no time to look for him, and leaves for the planet Cereal. When he gets there, it's abandoned and destroyed. There's no one. It's silent, as if no one ever lived there for decades. His worst fear has come to mind, his children or wife being dead. He's starting to believe what Fu showed him. Goku flies over to planet Vegeta. There's nothing there, no Saiyans to be seen or heard. He can't even feel no one's power level. Suddenly, Fu appears to Goku. He tells him that the prophecy has already begun. Hearing this, Goku grabs Fu by the throat. He doesn't understand. He is angry. He asks Fu where his kids and the wife are. Fu teleports out of Goku's hands. Someone seems to be a little angry. You know you've been gone for a long time. Things are different in this new world. What do you mean, new world? How are things different? Fu opens a portal and tells Goku to walk in it. Goku looks at him being very wary of what's going to happen, but he does. When he enters the portal, he sees a standoff against the Cerealians and the Saiyans, and the leaders of the Saiyans being Bardock, and the leader of the Cerealians being the adult Gohan. The two both power up into an unknown Super Saiyan state that Goku has never seen before. Goku tries to fly and stop the battle, but is pulled back into his normal reality. He hears a laugh of Fu before he leaves. It's all up to you, Goku. All of a sudden, Goku feels the power level of Bardock and Gohan spike up. He begins to fly to them, ready to fight the battle. What might ensue.